realized after starting my ASMR channel that I don't really have like a signature intro. All the other ASMR channels have their own signature intro. I know ASMR Tiptoe Tingles, Ham ASMR, um, Meadow ASMR. She's got a really good one and it rhymes. She goes like, "Hello, it's Meadow." Like, genius, genius. Oh, sorry. Please excuse me. So yeah, we got a lot of catching up to do, and I'm gonna do so in an ASMR voice while also tapping on some stuff. I got this shaker cup yesterday. It's a really nice shaker cup. It's from Gamer Subs. I pre-ordered this thing back in I think February. I'm pretty sure it was back in February. But it's not only just this item. I mean, don't get me wrong. This shaker cup is really nice. 32 ounces metal, and it has this like little lanyard thing that obviously you can clip and attach to your bags and whatnot. But that's not the highlight for today. Not too long ago, Gamer Subs did a collaboration with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I love me some JoJo's. And so I got the shaker cup of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, because part 4 is one of my favorite parts. It's having it's a villain and a protagonist that are literal antithesis of each other. And then of course, so I had to get it's Josuke and Crazy Diamond, because why not? I love purple, but today we're blue. Last video was a purple video, now we're blue. I'm not gonna make this. I'm probably gonna make this. Should I make this a thing, a series? Just the colors. The colors. How many colors do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 colors, and we already got 2 of the 6 colors done. I got 7. I got 7 colors, and right now we're on blue. But yeah, this looks great. Now let's put this away. Okay, so we got a little bit of catching up to do. In terms of, if you hear snoring in the background, I do apologize, but I can't sleep right now. Also, today is June 5th, 1 a.m. June 5th Pacific Standard Time. So the midnight release of Nintendo Switch 2 happened about I want to say about 4 hours ago. Yeah, about 4 hours ago now. So that was definitely something. Unfortunately, I didn't have the money to do a pre-order. I didn't have the money to do a pre-order or to make a deposit for $50 back when they first did the pre-orders. I want to say last month or a month and a half ago. I thought about doing it, and my friend even offered to give me $50 so I can make the initial deposit so that I can pre-order. But I said no, it's fine. And honestly, it's a good thing that I refused, because there's a lot of things in between then and now that I had to take care of in terms of money. I had to pay off a ticket, which was pretty expensive. Obviously, I got bills to pay at the end of the month. I pay insurance for my car, as well as the phone bill for I help pay for the phone bill and among other things. But it's probably going to be a while until I can get my hands on my own Nintendo Switch 2. But that's beside the point. So I want to talk about the Memorial Day week. So that was a week. That was a week for me. So on Monday, me and my group of friends, we went to this place here in Southern California called it's near the San Diego area. It's called Belmont Park. It's kind of the equivalent of like a boardwalk, a boardwalk, a pier, whatever you want to call it, where you have like rides, food, games, and stuff like that. It's nothing too special, honestly. We spent $60 so that we could get the wristband that allows us to ride all the rides as much as we want, as well as play the mini golf and the laser tag. We did learn, however, not too long ago that the wristbands was not supposed to. The wristbands don't support mini golf and laser tag, but because we were actually, I don't know why they even let us, but they just let us. I guess it's because a majority of our tickets did scan and did let us participate in those things, but even though they're not supposed to, I don't know why. But yes, Belmont Park. The first thing we did was ride the roller coaster. I don't even know if you can call it a roller coaster. It's just like a coaster. It's not that intense, although like me, I'm a little bit sensitive when it comes to drops and things like that. So like those drops, I felt it in my stomach. Even if they're like wimpy little drops, I still feel it in my stomach. I'm a little bit of a wimp when it comes to roller coasters, although I am gonna have to suck it up, and I'll tell you why later. But we rode that roller coaster, and it's 100 years old. That thing is rickety. That thing is very rickety, and it shakes you left and right, and left and right, and left, right, go. But yeah, it was shaking me all around, and I actually ended up getting bruised on my elbow just because it kept getting whacked. Same thing with my knee, because I'm 6'2", so it doesn't really accommodate for tall people all that well. But aside from that point, it was a fun ride. I would definitely do it again, but not more than once per day. The unfortunate thing is that my friend, he's a pretty big, stoic guy. Like, he's got broad shoulders, thick legs. He's not muscular. He's just big. And because of that, there was actually most of the rides he couldn't ride because the safety bars didn't latch down far enough. And actually, 2 weeks before Memorial Day, we took a trip together to Universal Studios Hollywood, and he couldn't ride the Harry Potter ride, the Forbidden Journey ride, because again, his shoulders are too broad, so the safety bars couldn't come down on him. I felt so bad for him, man. I felt so bad. That's the last thing you want to happen. You and your group of friends come over, there's a one guy who can't ride the big rides because he's too big. The blows. But yeah, 2 weeks prior to Memorial Day, we went to Universal Studios Hollywood. This is like my 4th time ever going to Universal Studios. It was fun. But Memorial Day, we rode the roller coaster. We rode this ride, this whatever it is. It's like a spinning thing where like the intense G-force keeps you up against the wall, and like cheeks are flapping from the wind. It was fun. It was fun, I will say. But in that ride, I was like screaming in joy, and also I was wheezing, laughing because of just like how weird it felt. We played mini golf together, and then laser tag. There was an arcade as well. We played the arcade games. We ate some pretty good food. I had a breakfast burrito, some chorizo, huevo con chorizo from the corner taco place. Not to mention, I got some water. Not to mention that there is also food inside of the park, and I didn't eat any of the food. I just kept drinking drinks because all the wheezing from the ride, it really messed up my throat. So like I really had to keep it moist and all that stuff. So I kept getting water, milkshake, soda. I also rode a zip line. It wasn't a big zip line at all, but for my first time zip lining ever in my life, it was definitely a good place to start. It was fun. They let you go down the zip line twice per ticket scan. You do have to sign a waiver, but that's to be expected because of, safety concerns, stuff like that. We played laser tag a few times, but yeah, we were there for like maybe 5 hours. There really wasn't too much to do at the park itself, especially since there's a lot more kiddie rides than anything. There's really only like 4 adult rides, and definitely more than 4. I would say like 5 maybe, or you can make an argument for 6, but there wasn't really a lot for people our age, but that's all fine and good. There was an escape room too, but you had to pay $40. $40. I'm not gonna pay $40 to be in an escape room when I've already paid $60 to just be at the park itself. That's $100 right there. I've already spent $100 in total on the ticket and food. I'm not paying another $40. You guys get where I'm coming from, right? I hope you do. Uh-oh. I hear my dog. Is she coming over? No, she's not. Okay, so continuing on. It was all fun and games until the next day. The next day, when I got horribly sick. Oh my goodness. That was not a pleasant experience at all. When I woke up the next day on Tuesday morning, I had a migraine, I had a fatigue, I had fever, I had nausea, and I was also coughing up bloody phlegms because obviously I had fucked up my throat so much from the screaming and wheezing that it was bad. And luckily, through the day, the fever subsided. The migraine got less and less, and the nausea went away. So I was still dealing with the throat and the fatigue. So, and I still went to work that day. Why did I go to work that day? Well, there's a simple answer that I'll tell you. Money. I like money. I don't like to sacrifice my money. Oh snap. No. Yeah, I don't like sacrificing my money. Okay? I like my money. So that I can buy things like a Nintendo Switch 2 when I get the chance. But not the point. The point is that I still went to work having a migraine, a fucked up throat, well, half a migraine, a fucked throat, and fatigue, and I could not make it through the entire shift. I did only 5 hours out of my 6 hours. And then I just left because I wasn't feeling good. The next day, I felt better. There was no physical ailments except for the throat, and it got worse because my tonsils were swollen. And so I couldn't swallow without it hurting like a B-I-T-C-H. That's how you spell that, right? Yeah. I don't know why I doubted myself. But it hurted like MF. And I'm still coughing to this day, but they're like gentle coughs. But no, that first day, those first 2 days were absolute pain. My mom, I slept 12 hours from when I came home the night before to the point where I didn't wake up until 1 p.m. on Wednesday. And my mom had called me asking if I was alright, but I didn't pick up the phone. She called me like 8 times and sent me 3 text messages, but I unfortunately had my I had my phone's audio at mute, so there was no vibrations and there was no sound. So, yeah, she assumed I died. Not really, that's an exaggeration, but you know how moms are, they worry for you the most. So she left work early, came home, did her work online, and made some albóndigas, so that helped me get better. And yeah, it was definitely a really good dinner. It was very tasty. It helped my throat a little bit, I guess, but still, it was painful to swallow. The next day, same thing, except it was bad. It actually felt worse swallowing. It was so painful, and I had work that day. And I went into work because obviously physically there was nothing wrong with me, but swallowing was so painful. And when I ordered lunch, I was only able to do like 10 bites, and that was it. I had leftover albóndigas. I did 10 spoonfuls, small spoonfuls, mind you. Even taking ibuprofen and other medicines did not help. So yeah, there was that. It wasn't until the next day, after my mom had returned from a trip to Tijuana, that she brought me, was it Tijuana? I don't remember, but she went to the store, and she got these super lozenges medicines, right? And she gave me one, and swear to God, the pain immediately gone. Like, immediately gone. I don't know, it's like, if I had an analogy, it's like, it's like peeling a scab off. The scab is gone, the wound is gone. There's obviously still a little bit left over, but it's not nearly as bad as when you first got it. That's how it was with the sore throat. It was painful to swallow. I took the lozenge, and it was so much better. Like, holy crap, why didn't I have this from the beginning? But, yeah, those 3 to 4 days were absolutely painful. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So then, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I'm trying to think of some good things to do in the future for some I don't know why I did that, but I'm trying to think of some content ideas to upload to the channel to help you guys relax and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I've done the keyboard typing. I think I want to do another video where I'm like writing on paper because I haven't done that in a while. Obviously, the last video was just some random ass mouth sounds, and this is gonna be like a gentle whispering video, kind of like a Meadow ASMR. Meadow ASMR. Yeah, I'm really trying to think of like what to do next. I could do some water triggers. Water triggers would be nice, but also like I'm pretty sure, and I also discovered this, that scratching the mic is really good. Oh, that's gonna be my next investment. I'm actually gonna replace this microphone here. So this is the Yeti Orb, and wow, it does a very good job at being an ASMR microphone. Obviously, like $60 for this thing is not bad whatsoever. But I'm gonna get like an actual like blue Yeti microphone with a pop filter. That way, it's gonna be a lot more better with getting rid of like outside noise. Like you can still hear the damn snoring outside. You probably hear my neighbors less often when it comes to doing these videos. But yeah, I plan on getting the ASMR microphone, the one that like everybody uses, the Blue Yeti. That's gonna make things better. So while I still have this guy right here, let's do a little bit of scratching. Oh, ASMR brushing. A brushing video would be nice. What do you guys think? You guys gotta give me ideas here because I'm not that smart. That has nothing to do with this. I'm not that creative. I'm not that creative when it comes to making video ideas and stuff like that. But we'll get to that in a future day. I think my next video will be a brushing ASMR video, or maybe some microphone scratching. Since obviously there's gonna be a pop filter. I gotta get my hands on the desk. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Let me scratch you in the ear. Let me scratch you right in the ear. Right in the ear. Yeah. You know whose ASMR you guys should watch? Now that I think about it, you guys should watch Angel Steps ASMR. She's good at this stuff. She has live streams like every Wednesday doing ASMR. At the time of recording this, she's doing a major subathon right now. And yeah, you guys should go check out her channel. Angel Steps ASMR. She is a VTuber. She's a VTuber ASMR artist. And she also does roleplay ASMRs from time to time, which is also really good. But, oh, that reminds me. She actually, like trigger words. I could probably do another trigger word video. It's been a while since I've done that. Like, coconut, and hikari. Should I do trigger words in Spanish? Now, although I am Mexican, unfortunately, I grew up as a no sabo kid, meaning that Spanish is not my first language, and I mispronounce a lot of things, like a lot of things. I mean, like, I could have grown up speaking Spanish, but number one, I had a speech impediment as a kid, and going to an English-speaking school, obviously, for my speech therapy classes, they had to teach me English, because that's what the majority of the state of the U.S. speaks, English. And number two, I watched a lot of like Dora the Explorer, Go Diego Go, The Wiggles, Blue's Clues, a lot of those like kids TV shows that were in English. So yeah, unfortunately, even though my entire family spoke Spanish in front of me, English is my first language. Whoops. But no. Oh well. Damn, there's a lot of background noise. I think I gotta end the video here, guys. I got nothing much more to say. Damn, I smacked the mic. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Because without me, actually no, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Should I shave? I feel like I should shave. This is starting to get a little. doesn't look that good on me. At the very least, I need to trim it down. Maybe get rid of this and keep this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to my, my little bit of an update. Sorry, that wasn't more like little background triggers. I was just yapping and yapping and